the UK Managing Director at Ramboll, which is a global engineering, architecture and sustainability consultancy. ...2020 was a really hideous year for, I think, anyone in the sector. So, we put our profit targets aside and we said, right, we're going to do whatever we can to keep our staff body, and we did. And that's really helped us now that there's this upswing. Looking at this year, it started with a bang. We saw and felt the change from January, really ramping up in terms of all those investments that had been held back in 2020 coming through, and our order book really expanding. So it's been very busy. We've had to work hard to keep everything resourced, and we've been growing in response to the improvement in the marketplace. We've had difficulty in terms of material supply, which hasn't affected us directly as a consultancy, but it has affected our clients. So ultimately, looking forward, I think that there's going to be potential risk that some projects will be put on hold, will happen more slowly. So if I just look operationally, we've fully embraced flexible and hybrid working. And we'd asked our staff, what did they really value from what was a very difficult year? And a lot of them said, actually, we like to work from home part of the time. So we fully embraced that. That's been quite a major shift for us, and it's actually been fantastic. We are increasing our focus on life sciences, also on healthcare. The government has this fantastic set of opportunities around 40 hospitals that they've committed to. We have a great name in hospitals, so we're really focusing on that. I think residential housing is key, and that's a really interesting area, especially when you consider the impact of climate change and needs around climate resilience and sustainability. Planning for and future-proofing homes for a future which is going to be really quite different to what we're experiencing now. We've really focused a lot on investing in sustainability, and what I mean by that is we've made a commitment within our business that every service we provide has to consider climate action and has to consider sustainable solutions. So we've invested in a huge program where we are doing either training of our staff or developing the methods to really hone them so that we can offer sustainable solutions to our clients. Advice we're giving to clients is design and engineer for the future in the UK, and to retrofit it so that it is actually prepared for the future. We are really pushing hard on designing for kind of those hotter summers, more unpredictable weather, and also to design around evolving policy and regulation. And it is all going to be very significant efforts around decarbonisation. If we look at the heat and building strategy, it will be an absolutely seminal central building block for our sector. You can fully expect, I think, that that's going to have some heavy expectations around sustainability and decarbonisation. So I'm advising all of our clients that they need to be prepared for that, and they need to be asking for designs and engineering solutions that are defined and prepared around that. It's a big area of advisory support that we provide at Ramboll. My main comment is that actually ESG has gone from being something that was quite unique and separate to, perhaps impact investors, so investors that were particularly looking to have positive impact through the investments they make, to being mainstreamed. And by that I mean it actually matters to any company, any organization that is seeking finance. ESG is now one of the key set of criteria that is looked at. Companies do need to show both strong frameworks and great performance on ESG in order to be considered attractive for investment. And I think that is something that certainly, again, many of our clients are coming to grips with, and is something that we will only see more of in future. the skills gap and labour shortage are really material risks for us. And I think actually they link to equality, diversity and inclusion. We have a situation where we would love to see more people choose engineering and construction as a career, but at the moment we're just not having enough of that. If we can address the equality, diversity and inclusion aspects, I think we will help to bridge the skills gap. We're really focusing on this strongly. So we've got hard targets for each of the sectors that we operate in, and for the senior leaders there, in terms of diversity and inclusion, to actually ensuring that we increase the number of women in the business. We've put strong programs in terms of mentoring, in terms of succession planning, in terms of making sure that compensation is equitable, ensuring that we've got good programs of professional development in place specifically to address this issue. And as I say, it's not just about gender, actually, it's about ethnic diversity as well. We're doing something quite unique at the moment, which is we are trying to attract people who have left the construction sector and engineering and science, actually, those who've left for a number of years and have found it difficult to get back in. We've actually joined up with a specialist agency that actually goes out and looks for those individuals to try and encourage them to come into Ramboll. And then we put a whole suite of professional development and support around them to help them kind of get back up to speed with some of the changes that have happened in the sector since they may have left it. Again, to try and increase the diversity that we have in the business.